Okay, we are recording. So, I just hit Emerald. Um, this is my third month in a row promoting. I've been in this business for over a year, almost two. It'll be November will be 2 years for me. I literally joined this business the weekend that I got engaged. This business has seen me through my engagement. It's seen me through 6 months, more than 6 months of marriage. We literally saw that we'd been married for 6 months and we're like, oh, by the way, happy 6 month. Totally flew by us. But this business has been there for me through so much. And one thing, never give up, never quit, because there's been multiple times where I could have, and I refuse to not quit because I know what I want for my life, for my husband's life, for our future kids. And I want to be out of this apartment. I like this apartment. We'll be here for another year. It's all good. But we want to be down in the mountains in Tennessee. We want to be able to go fish. We want to be able to do all the fun things that we love to do. And this business is what's going to bring that to me. My business completely changed when I started doing haps. Haps are the thing. I can't say anything bad about haps other than having people who have done haps for you do them over and over and over and over, but it's all good. Um, I've had team members quit on me. I've had loyal customers quit on me, but oh well. Leave those in the past. Leave all the negative, leave all the quitting, all the anything that's negative that happens to your business. Leave that in the past, because if you don't, it'll eat you alive. And then you're going to want to quit. And don't do it, because if I can get here where I am in this short amount of time, then you guys can do it too. My big thing when I started this business, I wanted to pay for my wedding in cash. We had a very small wedding. We were able to do everything very, very cost effective. But now I want a new vehicle. I want to move to Tennessee. We live in Michigan. I love it. We want to be in the mountains. But my big thing is I want to change the lives of the girls that are on my team. I want to see them change. I want to help them change their lives. That's what I want. That's my why, is these people that trust in me and believe in me to help lead them to get more from their lives. And that's really, yeah.
That was awesome. Thank you for sharing. I do want to highlight one thing that you really said. You said that you've been in this business for 2 years and you just hit Emerald. You know, I know a lot of girls 2 months in and they don't even promote yet, and they're like, okay, time to check out. And I'm like, wait, what? Check out? What? No, what are you doing? Like, this is just the start. What are you doing? And one thing Morgan said to me, even if it takes you 8 dang years, every year to hit one promotion in 8 years, will you be complaining when your paycheck is $36,000 a month? And I'm like, no, So me, about to approach 3 years, and I'm just diamond, I'm like, it's okay, going in for the long game, like 8 years is fine, I'm committed, But I love that 2 years later, you're like, no, I'm still going. You even say you had distributors quit, customer leaving you. You're like, no, it's okay. And you're not dragging dead bodies. You're like, nope, I'm running. I'm finding people who need this, So I love that.
Literally, promotion month, I had a girl quit like the week before the end of promotion month too, last month.
And you didn't quit. You didn't let her stop you from hitting what you want. You know, like if you were to quit, you wouldn't help all the girls on your team promote. You know, going emerald means you get to help at least 2 people hit $500 a month. That's amazing. I know what 500 can do for me when I first started. That paid my rent. You know, I can't even imagine what that would do for all the other girls, you know, and I love that so much. So, the last girl that I want to share, she's one of my favorites. I love her to death, but she is such a strong, beautiful, confident girl. I love her so much. I've seen her lose a whole team, but now I see her rebuild, and her team is on fire. Like, this team is so amazing. The only reason I know, because I personally can see it, because she is on my team. No offense, Sara. Not that I can't see your team or anything, but so amazing. I'm so proud of everything this girl has accomplished. I'm so excited to not see her hit diamond this month. I don't want to see that. I want to see her hit double diamond. Who cares about diamond anymore? Let's go double diamond. I'm so excited. Let's give it up for Miss Brooke Van Zee.
Holy crap, gonna make me cry over here. I'm not kidding. I don't think you can see it, but I have like tears in my eyes. I was like, holy crap.
Suck it up. You got this.
Jesus, hit me all the emotions. But yeah, okay, so I know pretty much everybody on here, so I'm not gonna go like fully through my story, but yeah, I've been in 2.5 years. Went pretty quick, 4 months in, promoted to Ruby, and then at one point I was very close to Diamond, definitely under 100,000, oh my gosh, not 100,000, 1,000 volume to it. And then similar to Sara, I had a girl quit in the middle of the month, and it rocked my mindset very, very negatively. And then I hit a point of, I was a teacher before this, and then I hit a point of a really negative principal, and she affected grad school. She affected so much outside of this business. It was so bad. And so for a while there, I put everything on the back burner. I was not doing what I needed to do to be successful. And then I was actually showing a different girl on my team about, like, I'm really green. And if you know the color personalities, if you don't, put it in here because we want to know. But I'm very, very green, and I'm very organized in the sense of being a green. And so like I have a Excel sheet with all of my loyal customers on it. And so I was like going through, because that's how I keep track. I'm like, okay, what months did I do like pretty good on? And I'm not saying like those other months I was like absolutely horrible. But like, I'm like, okay, if I only signed one customer this month, I wonder if I wasn't doing my follow-ups, or what was I doing wrong? I didn't sign a customer for 5 months. 5 months I didn't do it. And I thought I was doing everything that I could. And I'm not saying that I wasn't, because I was still working, but I wasn't putting in my full effort. And I don't think my why at the time was strong enough. And then obviously I have Granger now, and everyone, like, literally I get messages from team, like girls not even on our team, that are like, Brooke, like, you just look genuinely happy. Like, you like were just like meant to be a mom. And I found a new passion for so many things, and Granger's my life, and that's a whole other thing. But yes, I'm saying screw diamond because I'm so tired of not going diamond. I'm just going to skip it and go double, just like I did with executive. I skipped it with Ruby. I'm skipping it. So I wanted to give you guys a few tips, because I didn't sign a customer for 5 months. I didn't sign a distributor for 4 months. Then I signed 5 distributors and 14 LCs. And then the next month I signed 13 LCs, which is by far the most I've ever signed. I think the most before that was like 6 or 7. And I was like, what the heck? And I'm not even kidding, guys. It's with God volume, because I was praying over every single person I talked to. And I don't know everyone's faith, but I was like, I don't know what this is going to do for them, but please, if this is what they need, if they're wanting to lose this weight, or if they've been looking. I had a girl for a year watching me about that dang keto coffee, and I followed up with her every time we had a sale. She still didn't do it, and now she did it. And I don't even know if she's actually lost weight, but she's lost weight in her face. And she's like, I am so sorry that I waited a year to order this. And I'm like, that is why I do it as a yellow. I love helping people. That is what, like, I thrive on right now. And so that's just a little bit about that. But speaking of follow-ups, I'm very organized, like I said, and I don't know how you guys are, but if you're going to be in this business for any sort of amount of time, you have to be somewhat organized, or I don't think you will succeed. Because then when we have a hair, skin, and nails BOGO, when you can buy 2 or buy 1 and get 1 free, you're gonna be like, okay, oh wait, where's my people that they were interested, but now I don't know. Who are you gonna reach out to? And so that's what I'm gonna talk about first, is follow-ups, and I'm gonna try to keep it kind of quick. What I do for the most part is I have my planner, and so every single day the people I talk to go in this planner. So if Jazz was interested in the hair, skin, nails, I would write Jasmine Wynn hair, skin, nails, or HSN. If Sara was interested in the coffee, I would write Sara Seguin coffee, or whatever. I would write that down. And then what I do is a 2-day, 2-week, 2-month, the 2-2-2 method. Okay. do not miss a follow-up, because follow-up, like, fortune's in the follow-up. Now, a lot of my customers, that's why I'm saying it's God volume, signed on the spot. They really did, or within 2 days. It was incredible. I was like, what the heck? But most of them do not. You know, I took a year to join Morgan. I think Jazz was one of those girls that signed instantly. I think Zoe watched Morgan for a year. I mean, and yeah, we're distributors, but I'm saying, like, watch for a long time, then you're like, oh, no, maybe I will finally do it. They want to keep seeing that. They want to keep seeing that from you. So that's what I do. So I follow up with them in 2 days and I'm like, hey, what'd you think? Most of the time. That's my quick one. Or if they like left it unread, I'm like, did I catch you at a bad time? These are some of the other follow-ups that I've been using, and I want to share them with you guys if you need some new ones. All of these are different. And it kind of depends on where you're at in the conversation. You know, have they is this a long conversation that they haven't been answering you for? Like, is this just really quickly they didn't answer? You know, is it a price? You know, there's so many things that can go wrong. But I want you guys to look at those, and if maybe one of those will like hit for you, but I wanted to share that with you. So that's a lot of, I mean, I'd probably say a couple of customers of mine that were follow-ups, but mine were all from host to post, like Sara was saying. They were. And believe me, I was the one that was like, host to post does not work. I remember telling Jazz, like, it literally doesn't work. This is kind of dumb. Like, I was so against it. And I was trying, but I just wasn't finding the people. And then I kept growing my network. And then I found the people. And then boom, it just went. And I was like, okay, like, let's go. And so it's so much fun. So that's my thing on follow-ups. The other thing I want to mention is upselling. And as a yellow, it's so terrifying. Oh my God. It's so terrifying. I remember the first time Jazz made me do it. She's like, send this message and ask them if they'd like to add on the Thermophyte X. I don't remember if it was the greens or the coffee or whatever it was. And I was like, they're going to say no. They're going to say no. I was like, I don't want to send it. But then I was like, oh, wait, they want to do it. Oh my gosh, what do I do? And so like some people aren't going to want to, and that's fine. Okay. But in my message, when I send this to these people, at the end, I say, or did you want to just stick to this alone? And that gives them an out. And it's not meaning like, that's me. I'm very yellow. I don't want to push someone's budget because I've had the budget before. And if they did that to me, I'd shut down. Instantly, I would shut down. So I wanted that so that in case they couldn't afford it, it was 100% fine. And if they get offended by you trying to help them with their goals, then I can't say anything nice about that. So I just won't say anything at that point. Because you are really just trying to help them, you know? And so that's just something I want to say. Every product has something that goes really good with them. So like hair, skin, and nails, obviously that's something with skincare. So if they like, maybe they're really crappy about being consistent with their skincare. Collagen, they can drink it. You can literally drink it right before bed. They don't even have to actually do a skincare routine. You should, but you know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Obviously our coffee goes good with the greens, it goes with the TFX. You know, there's literally every product has like the sister product that really accents their results. And so just don't be afraid to do it. And you can do it in a way that's not like, hey, you need to buy this because I want the volume. You don't have to do it that way. You can do it while still being respectful of their budget. Now, the only thing I will say about that is if they do tell me they have a budget, I do not upsell. Like if they say, you know, I can only spend $80, I personally do not, because every time I've done that, it's backfired on me. So I just don't. If they're like, you know, I will not spend more than $80. If their total is 75, I don't upsell. That's just me personally, but that's what's been working for me. And I've also had people like thank me, and I'm guessing most of the people I reach out to are probably yellows because I attract what I am. But most of the time people are like, oh, you know, thank you so much. Like I had a girl who's going to order this month, and she'll be at least an 80 BV order. And she was like, I literally have had so many girls just push me to order more and order right then and there. And she's like, I was so annoyed. And like, I respect you for not. And so like, I'm going to order from you. And so for me as yellow, I was like, okay, this is great. Like, you know, I'm doing my job right because I'm showing her I care about her and not the sale as much as I want that BV. You know, so that was just the other thing that I wanted to mention. And it goes into my last thing, knowing your color personality and using that to your advantage. So like I'm a yellow, and I don't know if everyone, I saw one person drop it in the chat because Sara, is your main one yellow, Sara? And then Jazz we know is red. And then Rachel's red mainly, right? And then Zoe's a yellow. I'm trying to think everybody else on
Rachel's
here.
blue.
Rachel's
Blue, red.
blue. Okay. Rachel's blue. Thank you.
You don't want to see it inside, by the way. Rachel and Zoe have seen it, and it's not pretty.
What?
My red side.
Oh, I was like, I missed something. You must have cut out. I was like, yeah, I have a red side, but it's like a 1% red, and it doesn't come out too often.
It's an unhealthy red because your red isn't like your primary. So usually when your red comes out, it's more of like the unhealthy characteristics of a red, the stubbornness.
Yes, yeah. So I just don't show my red very often, but I'm working on it. It's okay. But knowing your color and using it to your advantage, because you're going to hear these different ideas from people. And maybe you're like, I'd never write in a planner. I'd never stay consistent with that. And you're like, no, like, I'm not going to do that. Okay, well, there's a girl on our team named Darian. She writes everybody in a notebook. And I think Morgan did at one point, but she writes everyone in a notebook. And then so she has a hair, skin, and nails list and a TFX list. And like, that overwhelms me and makes me so terrified. I literally get like, okay, I'm just going to go curl in a hole when I think about that, because that's not the way that I would do it. And we're both different versions of green in the sense of organization there. But like, you have to know about you. You have to figure out what works for you, you know? And you can share these scripts with people. Like, if something's working, like a lot of those follow-ups for me are just gold. But someone might send that and it might not work for you. So you have to script it yourself, because it's not you. You know, like, Jazz can give me 5 million scripts, but if I send them, that's Jazz. That's not me. And so like, I need to write, especially because our color personalities are so different too. And that's not a bad thing, but it just means that we're going to word things differently. You know, she's going to word it differently than I will. I said that twice, sorry. But you really have to embrace that. And so when I'm talking to people, I'm like, what are your goals? And then like, let's say we start with a TFX. They're like, okay, I want to lose 80 pounds. And I'm like, okay, perfect. So I really think that if you're eating all these carbs that you're talking about, I think we should add on our carb control, because this is going to help with this. If you want to stick to the Thermophyte X, that's fine. But I just wanted to explain that this is what it would do. And it's only this much more. And they're like, oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I'll add that on. Thank you so much. I wasn't pushy. I wasn't doing it for the sale. I was doing it because they wanted to lose 80 pounds, and TFX is only an average 30. And I knew that carb control was going to block the carbs they were having. So what I'm trying to say is just like, you need to figure out you need to figure out like your social media. You know, you need to figure out what the people are following you for. And I think that's going to help when you talk to them, and just knowing yourself and being like, okay, if this person was talking to me, how would I want them to respond to me? You know, and because I think you're most of the time on your social media going to attract the people that are like you. I'm not saying I'm never going to sign a red, but the color personality test that says red that I've signed, I don't believe those people are red. So like, I've signed yellow and green. That's what I've signed, because that's what I am. And so I just want to just like encourage you guys to embrace that and just truly, truly figure out what works for you with it, and just use it to your advantage, I guess, is the biggest thing I want to say. And I believe in all of you, and I'm so excited to see what we can do this month.
That was beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I want to piggyback on a few things you said.
Brooke, can I ask a question really quick?
Yeah.
Brooke, can you send your carb control upsell in Chasing Diamonds? Because I honestly never thought about doing that. That's a great upsell.
Yeah, I actually don't even have a script for it, but I can type it out, because I literally just like quick say, and I can type it out, but I quick say, I have their info, and then I'm like, real quick, you mentioned about, because I usually ask about their eating habits, so I know if they eat a lot of carbs. And so I'm like, real quick, I wanted to ask if you'd be interested in adding our carb control, because since you eat so many carbs, this is going to block the carbs so they don't actually get absorbed into your body. If you're not okay with that, we can just stick to the Thermophyte X. That's totally fine. And I'll type it up, but I wanted to explain what I said. And I just send that, and then obviously they say yes or no. But yeah, I'll definitely send that.
No, like, I do the exact same thing when they tell me, like, when they pick out a product, I'm like, okay, what are your eating habits? What are your lifestyle? Like, I want to know these questions, but I use that at the end when I upsell. I choose a product based on their answer, and I drive it back to the beginning, because then they're like, wow, you listen, you actually care more than just trying to sell me a product. You care about like whether if I eat a ton of spaghetti, or if I don't eat enough greens, or whatever this may be, you know. And it's like, oh my gosh, you care about me. Sorry.
No, okay. I have one more thing too.
Go ahead.
Going along with that, the last thing that I was going to say that I forgot about is that my typical conversation with a loyal customer goes, okay, I'm interested in TFX info before and after. Every single time. There's no exception to not send it before and after. They say, okay, yeah, that sounds good. Perfect. Here's the 90-day challenge and or your price script. Okay, yes, I'm willing to do that. Order. Me personally, I don't send the price right away, but I always send it before and after. I never miss that, because always they're like, okay, cool. What's this? Like, I don't know really. They're going to want to see it, especially if they're a visual person. So that was my other thing I was going to say.
So I wanted to piggyback on what Brooke said toward the end, as in being confident in your own color, be yourself type of thing. I know all of us want to be the next Morgan Martin, but let's be real, we are our own self. We are the next Jasmine Wynn, Brooke Van Zee, so on and so on, that is who we are. I mean, just imagine you borrowing someone a pair of shoes. You're not going to walk as confidently as that person will that owns that pair of shoes. Be confident in yourself. Be willing to be coachable. If you realize that something isn't working, change it. Be willing to adapt. And that's what I loved about Brooke. She reflects. She's like, okay, I went through 5 months of not signing. What happened? I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. Maybe it's a bad batch of people. She said Hostapos wasn't working. And now she's killing it with Hostapos. She never gave up. She just changed little tiny things. She knew Hostapos worked. She's like, okay, it's working for everyone else. Let's find out why it's not working for me. Instead of be like, okay, Hostapos not working. Okay, out the door. I'm going to do something else. Like, no, she didn't give up. She tweaked a little bit. She changed it to who she is as a person. So when she's delivering this message, this post, this script, it's her. And these people, they believe in us. They don't care about the company. They care about the person. People buy people. People don't buy brands.
I had one last thing. You had mentioned that I changed my host posts. I worded all of my host posts the way that I would word them. So I don't use the same host posts as anybody. And I can send them to you guys. That's fine. But like, if someone would say something different about the coffee and I would word it differently, I'm like, okay, I can't use this host post because I don't get the responses. And for me, that was when it changed too. Because if we're posting the exact same host post, if me, Sarah, Jazz, and Zoe all place the exact same host post, it hurts all of our algorithms. And even if those people post the host post, it's the exact same thing. So I always try to change it up on those people. And that helps really too. Sorry, I keep forgetting things.
Oh, you look so cute. I don't know. But so our Zane came in and with a new hoodie. And I was like, oh, that's cute. Okay, sorry, distracted. But I want to emphasize on this part. Brooke didn't work for a long time. She could have quit. But because she didn't, she welcomed in 15 brand new partners on her team. Brands spanking new. They're so excited. All of these could be her next ambassador because she stayed, because she wanted to help others. If she were to quit right now, Haley wouldn't be on her team because Haley would have gone somewhere else, Maureen wouldn't have signed up with Brooke, all of this wouldn't be here and we'd be like, it's like that. So that's what I love. I love that she never quit. She had a fire, even though she went through a lot of negativity. Though, that's the thing. She went through so many lows, but she's at a high right now, and that's so amazing, and that's so inspiring. I love that about you, Brooke. I'm sorry. I just just being with Brooke since pretty much day one since she's joined, like I've seen everything. That's why I'm giving her more love than you, Sarah. Not that I don't love you, Sarah. I do love you. But I think you two are the most inspiring two girls that I know right now, this second. And I love y'all so much. And that is why I really wanted to share them with you guys on this Zoom instead of just having me talk all day about tips. I want you guys to hear from people who actually struggle. I feel like on a lot of Zooms, not just Morgan Zoom, but like ones I watch on YouTube, it's all pretty rainbow sunshine. No one talks about the hardship, and I wanted to make sure that we still do go through hardship, even though we don't share it that often. You don't know what we go through. You just see this cute little selfie about us just promoting. No one knows what Sarah went through to get Emerald. No one will know what Brooke went through to go double unless you personally speak to them, and that's just something I really wanted to emphasize on as we approach this month. We're going to have a lot of highs and lows, but just push through. You will get there. I promise you, just don't give up. But that is all that I really, really wanted to talk about. If anyone wants to share anything that's on your heart, I know right now with the world, there's a lot of things happening and we're kind of tiptoeing on social media. Just be yourself on social media. Be open to your audience. Don't do something that you don't want to do. Don't be pressured into what's going on in life or anything like that. I know pretty much yesterday was like the whole like we don't post for a little bit. I mean, some still post and some didn't. Like it's just a whole thing. But don't let what's happening in the world affect you. If you want to be positive, be positive. You don't have to shut down. You know, and I feel like a lot of people feel like, oh, I can't go and post today. I can't talk. I can't do this and this. You can if you want to. Some people honestly go to social media, and I had 2 girls message me. They're like, hey, when are you going to do like fashion stuff again and all that? Because they haven't seen me post on my story in like almost a week. And I'm like, I just don't feel comfortable. And they're like, I come to you as an outlet. Like, I just want to know, like, when is this going to be back? Like, I love hearing you, your positivity, like stuff like that. People still want to hear us. So just remember, it's okay to say silence, but if you want to post, post, because there are those people who love you, who follow you, who will follow you to the end. I'm telling you, people buy people. Okay. So just to let you know, even if you have only 1 follower or 100 million, you are someone's inspiration, idol, outlet, happiness, positivity. So I wanted to mention that too.
Rachel, did you say you
If
said
you
something
guys-
really good in the chat the other day? Can you share that? Or like maybe it was yesterday?
Wait, me?
Yeah, you said
Me?
something about
Oh,
that.
yeah. So I was also going to say, watch the Ashley Mayfield Zoom that Morgan posted in Ambassador Diamonds. I can find it and send it to you guys in the Chasing Diamonds chat. But summary is, oh gosh, what did I say? I can't remember. But basically, don't let, like, focusing on what you can control, and don't let other people dictate what you're doing, because what it comes down to is your heart and your home, and are you actually changing? Because you have to think about other people. Some people may just be posting about this because they're conforming to society and they're scared that people are going to think that they're some sort of way because they don't post. But is their heart really changing? And I think that's what's important. I mean, the Ashley Mayfield Zoom was super, super helpful. I watched it this morning and it just brought me a ton of clarity and like comfort in what I'm posting. But honestly, like, I know what the sin I need to deal with. And I know like what's important is my community knows who I am and whatnot. But yeah, watch that Ashley Mayfield Zoom. It's really helpful.
I just have one last thing. Thank you so much for sharing that, Rachel. Is that okay, Jazz? Okay, so my last thing that I was gonna share, sorry, I think of so many. Along with that is a few of the customers that I got were because I was making my coffee every single day on my story. And not just like a boomerang, not like just a picture. Like, I mean, like if I had like a really rough time and I spilled and I just like, I tried to say something that like was completely wrong, not just like funny, because I'll post the funny ones sometimes, but sometimes I like actually said like something wrong about the product, so I won't post those ones and I'll do just like a video from above or something. But I make it every single day, and like when I take my hair, skin, and nails, that's when I do like a boomerang, and then I post usually an overslide of that. But like every single day they see me making my coffee and they see how easy it is. They see me. I mentioned if you have and had any weight loss from it, or if you notice any energy difference from it, mention that. Like, I don't know the weight difference for Sara, but I can tell. I looked at her before and afters and I was like, holy crap, like you look amazing. So like what I've been doing similar to her, I put it in my story. So I'm like, I lost 10 pounds from this before I had Granger, and I'm going to post these right here, and I'll post it like in there so they can see it, or I'll post it after if I forget, because that happens too. But every single day I'm posting on my story and I'm talking about the products, because that Morgan went live right before our team Zoom, and that's why I think we were a little bit late going on. But like they want to know you. And so like if Jazz just posts like the products, like I can't see her, I can't see who she is, and it's okay if it's messy. You know, she's got a dog. Sarah's got, do you have pets, Sara? I don't actually know if you have pets. You have pets, don't you?
I have a dog.
Yeah, okay. I was like, I couldn't think. Okay. And like Zoe's got her cats, and sometimes she'd be doing a video and then the cats go crazy. She's like, stop. You know, and people like that though. They want to see that it's not perfect all the time. And I feel that because I'm like, oh, I need to get ready. Even for the Zoom, I did my mascara, I did my hair, everything. But that's not a normal day every day. You know, like I posted a video the other day because I couldn't do a dang messy bun. But people laughed at it and I got a crap ton of interaction from it. And then someone even checked in on me and was like, hey, how's that messy bun working out? Did you get it? You know, so that was the other thing I was going to say, is just being on your story. Just people want to know you. I know it seems weird, but they do. They really are really interested in you. So that was my last thing. Sorry. I'll stop.
No, that was perfect. Like, no, you're for real. Like, when people know you, they're so invested. Like, at one point in time, I was watching Friends like all the time until Netflix took it off. I was so mad. But the day that Netflix took it off, I kid you not, I probably had 20 DMs about it. Everyone's angry with me. They're like, "What's going on? Is like, where can we sign up to watch Friends again?" Anytime someone come across something Friends at the store, I get mentioned all the time, and I'm just like, wait, how do you know I still like Friends? I don't post about it. It's been months. Like, what? And then it's like stuff like that. You build connection, people by people. I keep mentioning that, but it's so true. Okay, Brooke, you can end the Zoom, or actually the